It's a dreary and gray morning. It's early in the morning for us. We performed last night and we got in too late, not enough sleep. But you know what? This is the first real early morning besides flying out. So there's not a lot of complaints. How you guys doing back there?
Great.
That exciting. Well, we're driving through Laval, which is a cool city name because it's spelled the same forwards and backwards. And we're going to preach at a church, which is the Evangelical Protestant Church of the area. Is it the largest church? It's about 70 members. Churches here aren't too big, are they? Churches here are not big, are they? Are churches here big? No. What's the biggest church in the area?
It's a Catholic church.
And how many people?
I don't know.
No. Okay. A lot of I don't knows going on here. But I'm going to be preaching. I'm going to ask them to share too. We're going to be singing some songs. It's a great ministry opportunity. We've just had such tremendous ministry opportunities here in France. It's truly the front line. The promoter came up to me afterwards, after the show last night, and just said, "Thank you so much for saying all the things that you said." He said, "So few bands come out and say those kinds of things, and really none of the bands come out and give an altar call like we did last night." And the response, well, it was positive, but at the same time, wow, there was some serious attacks going on. There was a whole lot of drunks in the front. They were screaming and yelling, and every word I said, I really just had to concentrate on the Lord, focus on the Lord. Thank God for in-ears, so I couldn't hear them that well, but they were heckling and screaming and shouting out. One of the ladies that we were talking about in a previous blog had just really felt the Lord minister to her, and she just knew that God was calling her, and then all of a sudden she gets her bag stolen, and so for the rest of the night she's just completely frazzled. And so there's a lot of attacks on all sides out here. It's a dark place, but when you're in the darkness, the light shines even brighter. Watch out for the car.
Hi, I'm Pascal, I'm the pastor of the church. Welcome here with Christafari, with us in our church service.
Tell us about your church.
Well, this church, it's about 70 people.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a normal church in France.
Okay.
It's quite difficult to preach gospel in France.
Why is it just so difficult?
Because there is a big traditional backward, and as people they don't really like to hear about the gospel.
Okay. So on average, how often does the typical person in France hear the gospel of Christ? Like a true altar call?
Whoa, it's quite rare.
Very rare. Yeah, that's what the promoter said to me last night. He said, "Thank you for preaching, because bands don't say things like this on stage in France."
Yeah. Because it's quite difficult to say it in public.
Why?
Because of the laicity. You know what is the laicity in France?
No.
It's the difference between the government and the religious things.
Okay.
And it's quite difficult to be free to preach the gospel in the streets or whatever.
Wow. Well, we are so excited for the opportunity to minister here. They're doing the double kiss. That's how they do it here in France. How are you doing? I'm shaking your hand. Yeah, so we're so excited for the opportunity to minister here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And for giving us a good reason to wake up early in the morning.
Yes, I'm sure.
All right. Let's see what's going to happen today.
Good morning. Here we are at the
Igreja
Protestante Evangelique, and it's a little church here in Laval, France, and it's one of probably just a couple evangelical Christian churches that they've got, and the stage is about a quarter the size that we really need, and it's just going to be normal church service for these people. But this is one of my favorite things that we do, because no one's really expecting it when they come in, and it'll just be something a little bit different for them and a little bit different for us as well.
Yeah, you've told me that you absolutely love these church things,
favorites.
like preaching on Easter Sunday in France.
Yeah, pack it in the we'll pack it in on the front, and we'll all be rubbing shoulders, and hopefully they'll really like it.
Great ministry opportunities here. definitely great ministry opportunities. Let's look at the stage. People getting ready for church, smoking outside. We have an interesting sound system today. It is completely blown. But as I pointed out to Chris, Jesus didn't have a sound man. Jesus didn't have an amplifier. Jesus didn't have monitors. He can go without it. We can too. We're at the church and they just brought in our breakfast. And Jebby said, the question is, where's the baseball? Oh, there they are. What you playing with, Tyrone? Show me what you got. All right. He is the pinball wizard.
Look at his breakfast.
all different colors, and sizes, and ages. This is.
Les couleurs, les tailles, les
We don't see this in America.
Ouais, c'est pareil aux États-Unis.
This is incredible.
C'est incroyable.
Incroyable.
Incredible.
GospelReggae.com. The future of French gospel reggae. Nice stuff. Alright. Woo! So it was a good experience, wasn't it, Chris? Wow. Good experience. Great sound. You know, the pastor is so awesome. He translated for me. I give my my story, my testimony, and I basically, in between songs, told about my life and about how I found Christ and gave an altar call. It was a really, really tough one. This place is hard, man. 3 people came forward. So I just asked people who didn't want to come forward to pray where they were at, and another maybe 7 or 10 raised their hands saying that they received Christ. But overall, this is the toughest soil that we've ever tried to plow. And but it's fruitful, right?
I don't understand, man. I'm French. Okay, my language is VBlogs.
So what I was trying to say is, yeah, man, this was great. We were just hanging out at the church, and you know, the pastor, he was translating. Right behind me right now is a pastor. Yeah, man, the master. So what we're doing is we're about ready to get ourselves some food, go to some new place, and we have no idea where it is or what it is, but we've heard it's a farmhouse. We shall see.
Yo, you read stuff in there.